So you want to connect with your past lives, and you tried a bunch of guided meditations, but nothing is really coming through at the depth levels that you would prefer. So I'm going to share some tips with you, also a shortcut to help you on your journey. Save this post so you can come back to it later. We are going to need to learn how to reach theta brainwave states. This is you slowing your mind down to a certain depth level so that you can perceive into the etheric astral fields. When I first started, I read a book called Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. He is a neuro doctor and he blends psychology with spirituality and science. It's a very tangible way to learn. It also helps you connect into the quantum field. You don't have to learn that way. There are multitudes of resources out there on YouTube and Google, but theta brainwave states is where we need to get to. We need to figure out what clair abilities we are most proficient in. This is our psychic senses. It'll help you understand how you input and output information. There are 8 main types. There's more than that, but we'll start with the 8. That looks like clairvoyance, where you can see images in your mind's eye. Clairalience, where you smell. Clairgustance, where you taste. Clairaudience, where you hear. Clairtangency, where you feel. Clairsentience is the gift of feeling. Clairempathy with your emotions. And claircognizance is the gift of knowing. Once you start researching about those, you can find channelers who are proficient in them and listen to them and pick up new tools and resources to help you better develop your gifts. If you know which ones you're strong in, it's going to help you perceive more easily in the etheric and astral realms. When I first started, I really only knew about clairvoyance and clairaudience. Well, that wasn't working for me because my main types were clairsentience and claircognizance. And once I started learning about all of them, I said, oh, I was just focused on the wrong ones. And when I switched, it made the path a lot easier. We also need to learn about shamanic journeying. This is how to utilize these journeys as medicine for our healing and growth and evolution. Because when we are going into meditation and you're kind of just waiting for something to happen, it's very ambiguous and it's going to be more difficult for you to perceive things. But if you have a very specific goal in mind, this is something that I want to learn more about or heal or integrate into this incarnation. The past lives that are relevant to the information that you're seeking will come forward and you will be able to see or speak with them more clearly. Also need to learn about how timelines work, parallel realities, and the observer effect. Those are all things that are rooted in quantum physics and metaphysics. Here's the shortcut: inner child healing. Technically, your inner children within you are also a past version. They are a different timeline than you right now. It's easier to connect with them because you have memories. They're more tangible. And when you are working on doing shamanic journeying and theta brainwave states with them, not only are you learning how to jump through timelines, but you're healing yourself at the same time, which is going to help you progress in this incarnation. Once you get a handle on how to connect with them at those depths, it's a hop, skip, and a jump over to past lives. It's very easy to connect with them. That is how I taught myself how to do these processes. Again, working with your inner children, just like past lives, if you have something specific that is creating impediments or challenges in your life right now, behavioral patterns, triggers, traumas, lack mentality, imposter syndrome, people pleasing, whatever that looks like for you, that can be a jump off point for you to start working with your inner children and teach you how to go back to their time and space and speak to them on their level of consciousness, because that's how you clear things out at the root. Anyway, you have to look at a trauma wound as a child would and speak to them as the higher self, but as a child in order to do a big karmic clear out. If this is something that you have never experienced before and you want firsthand knowledge, I do offer Akashic record readings, and I will take you with one of your inner children on a journey through the etheric realms where we will all have a conversation with one another in real time. That way you have an anchor point in your consciousness and can do this in the future, which then will set you up for success to be able to take those same techniques and apply it to past lives. I will say, however, I had to do multitudes of inner child journeying before I was able to get over here with past lives. However, it can be done. And it doesn't have to necessarily be done with me. There's lots of different ways that you can connect with your inner children and teach yourself how to get to those depth levels like we talked about previously. You can listen to inner child guided meditations, figure out how certain trauma wounds affect you, learning how to navigate your central nervous system. Just focus on inner child healing. And it will help you get to the level of past lives. If you would like to book a session, you can go to my profile or check the comments. If you have questions about the things that I was talking about, I would also love to hear those in the comments, or what your biggest takeaway was from this message. And I hope you have a super magical day.